Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. So guys, it is Tuesday and I'm coming on because I'm doing a what's for dinner. All right guys, so today's Tuesday, right? It's getting close to the second week of payday. So this second week is a little bit tighter than usual, only because we're just getting back on track with my husband's. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but my husband's workman's comp situation. They had took away some money, and then they gave it back, but it took like 4 weeks, so it's just a whole big thing. Anyway, we're coming to that second week, so it's a little tighter than usual. So I am just using what I have in the house, guys, and I have lots of stuff to use in the house. So we're not desperate or anything like that, guys. So but I'm going to utilize what I have in the house because not for anything too. It will help use up what we already spent money on, and that's the purpose, budgeting and all that stuff, and that's what we're trying to do. So anyway, guys, let's get started. What I'm doing is I have these two pastas left over. Spaghetti. This is probably about it's definitely like 3/4 of a pound. And I have some elbows here, which is probably 3/4 of a pound too. Oh, definitely over a half a pound. I'm gonna mix all of this together. I also made a little tiny bowl of other pasta that I had in there. There was like this much in there. I just wanted to use it up, and I know it'll go good in there. So I did that too. I'll show you. Okay, it's like 1/4 of a pound. Okay, I have to drain it. I didn't drain it yet. So I'm gonna add that to it. I'm gonna add mozzarella to it. Now I'm gonna show you what I have. Okay, guys, I'm using what I have in the house, okay? I had left over these little cheeses, these little snack cheeses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and there's 3 little balls in each. So I'm going to use these as the cheese. I also have a pack of provolone that I'm going to put in there, and I forgot to take it out, but I do have this. I have some ragout, and I'm just going to check out and see the date on it because it's been in there for a while. So let me see if it's still good. This is from Aldi, guys. They were good from Aldi. I buy it there. It's very, very good. Let's see. Where is the date? Oh. Best by July 31st. Yeah, so it's still good. So I have this ragout. Okay, this is like $2.49, I think, at Aldi. I have these two pastas, which were 85 cents each. So that's what, $2.40. Let's see here. Wait a second. Give me 1 second. I'm never good in math, guys, and my hair's sticking up. Whatever. This was like $2.49. I'm pretty sure. Might have even been cheaper, but I'm going to price a little bit high because I don't have the exact numbers in front of me. I'm just giving like an estimate, guys, of what this meal is going to cost from my pantry and from my refrigerator and everything else. I'm really going to be focused lately on doing a lot of budget meals. I might even do a budget series and all that, so get excited for that. I think budgeting could really help everybody, and I just think that when you're aware of what you're spending and what you're buying and what you're spending, you can really, really save a lot of money. You really can. And I used to do it years ago when we really needed to, tighten up the budget. And we did it with not that much money. So you can do it. You just have to be able to focus on it and just, get it together. So this mozzarella, I think I got this in Walmart. I think this was like $3.69. So let's see. But there was more there. So I'm going to put $3 for that. Okay. The provolone at Aldi, I think it's $1.80 or something like that. No, this sliced cheese is more. I think the sliced cheese is, what is the sliced cheese at Aldi? $1.99, I think. $1.99. Alright, I'll figure this out another time. Right now. Plus, I think Cooper, no. We'll do plus 2. All right. Hey. No. Plus 2. So right now, guys, this meal is at $9.50, okay? What I'm using is the leftover chopped meat gravy that we had a couple of days ago. I have enough of that for enough of that for like a casserole or a bake, which I'm making a spaghetti macaroni bake. But I don't have enough of that for individual people to have individual pasta bowls by themselves. But this is a really good way to use it up and to get it eaten and to make a nice dish, the big casserole dish that everybody will eat. Now, I would normally eat this, guys. I would have normally ate this the way I've been eating the last couple of weeks, months. I'm not doing it. Today I was very good, and yesterday I was very good. And I want to continue that. So I will show you. So this meal's probably under $12, guys. And it's going to feed 5-6 people, literally, okay? Let me show you the other stuff I'm going to do. So what I'm doing, guys, is I have these two. I've been buying these lately for wraps. They're really, really good. They're already cooked. They're seasoned, and you put them in the frying pan for 12 minutes. They saute, guys. You can put them in salads and wraps and whatever you want to do. This one is, let's see, real simple. I got these at Walmart. Yeah, these are seasoned. I season them anyway, you know that. So I have that much, and I have this much in here. So I have a nice amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some stir fry. I'm going to make the chicken with it, and I have a bag of broccoli, and I have these Asian stir fry vegetables, Coopery now, that I bought at, I think these are ShopRite, yeah. These were like $1, I think, 99 cents. So I'm going to put those vegetables in there with that. I'm going to put, is there an onion in here? There is onion. I'm probably going to put more onion. And that's what I'm going to have. My son's probably going to have a little bit of that. Anybody can have it, a little bit of each, whatever they want, but as long as they leave enough for Mom, because Mom needs to eat that. Pasta has to be out right now, because I got to get my sugars back to a normal level. And pasta ain't a good thing. No. No! He's so bad. He just broke one of my things that you close the bags with. Ooh! Cooper, no. Give me 1 second. Hey, drop it. Gotta get that from him. Just a little piece. No. Give Mommy. Give me. Okay, guys. All right, so I'm going to get the pasta bake going first. This way that's in the oven, and while that's in the oven, it's going to probably take like 45, 50 minutes. I'll get the stir fry going. That won't be, it won't be too bad. All right, so let me pause a minute and get everything together, and I'll show you guys. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these twisties in here. Okay, I'm using this big pan. My son just went to Sam's. Yesterday he bought the big package of the big foil pans, guys. They're so good. All right, so I got that. I have, like I said, this spaghetti. I think it's thin spaghetti, and yeah. And we have elbows, which I've used. I could probably save this for macaroni salad, but I think I'm going to put it in here. I do because, yeah. My hands are clean, guys, if you want to know. Clean. Hands are your best tools, guys. Yeah, I'm going to put the elbows in here, too. Now, I'm going to show you. Like I said, I have chopped meat gravy left over, and I'm going to show you that. I'm just going to mix these up with my hands a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is I have my oven heated at 375. I think I'm going to season this pasta on its own first before I put anything else in it. I just think it definitely needs to be seasoned by itself. Let me get some seasonings. All right, guys, so I got the seasonings. I'm going to season it up. All right, some salt. Now you got to remember too, the chopped meat gravy has all the seasonings in it into, into also. Okay, some pepper, but I just want to season the pasta itself. Some basil. I have Italian seasoning too, which has basil in it also, so I'm not going to go crazy on the individual basil. I have fresh parsley too, guys, that I'm going to use, so I have to just get it out. But here's dried parsley. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to use fresh parsley. I might just scoop it in there and just use the dried. Anyway, guys, this stuff that like I'm using now that I'm adding to this meal is stuff that I'm Butterfingers tonight. This stuff I already have in my pantry and my cabinet, so I'm not counting that in with the meal. I'm just counting what I literally using for the bulk of the meal. These things are in there, the salt, the pepper, everything is already, I'm not going to count that, so just use your own calculations, your own judgment of what you think that would be, or if that's not important to you, you don't have to worry about it, like it's not really that much important, very important to me, okay? But if it is to you guys, you can figure that out. Now, I just looked in my cabinets and I ran out of onion powder, which is so odd for me. But that shows you guys that I haven't really been I haven't been going overboard on shopping. Because if I did go overboard, I would have 3 onion powders in there. But I don't. I ran out of onion powder. I do have enough garlic. I have a big one of garlic. So I'll just have to do without onion powder. For years, I didn't use onion powder. I just used garlic powder. I really did. And then I started buying onion powder regularly. And I was like, ooh, this is such a good flavor. And I loved it. So I can do without it. But I have to get onion powder. So this is just garlic powder. Just a little bit on the pasta. And some Italian seasoning. I'm going to get the little tong things. Where are they? Mix this up. Oh, tongs. Where could they be? I don't see them. Oh, there they are. Okay. Just gonna just spread this around like this. Just mix it up. Could use my hands, but I'm just gonna use this. Mix it all up, guys. Yummy. Yummy. These spaghetti pasta bakes, guys, are so good. I'm telling you. I made my first one like a couple of weeks ago, and I think I have a video of it. I had something similar to this, but loved it. It was so good. Everybody loved it. And guys, I just used what I had in my refrigerator, like I said, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it came out delicious. All right, so this is nice and mixed up now, okay? So I'm gonna go get the chopped meat gravy and pour the chopped meat gravy in here. Then I'm gonna put all the cheeses in that I want. Give me a second. All right, guys. This whole. Whoop. Let's get all that out there. Don't need to leave any in there. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put a little bit of water in this pot, and then I'm going to shake it and put it in the pasta. Just a little bit, not a lot. I don't want to make it soupy, but I want to get all this flavor out of here. Okay, so I just give it a little whirl. See, guys? I'm just going to dump this in. All flavor right there, guys. Use it all up. Let me get a spoon. I'm going to put grated cheese in here too, guys. So good. This is going to be so yummy. Now, if you didn't have leftover meat gravy, you don't have to put meat gravy in it. You put regular pasta sauce in it. You can put a jar, you can make your own sauce, whatever you do. If you have leftover like sauce in the freezer that you froze, just throw it in here, guys. Defrost it if you want beforehand, or just really look in your fridge and freezer. And I'm telling you guys, you can come up with at least 2 or 3 meals. And that's just like, I'm being conservative because I'm talking about like from my standpoint, what I know I have in my situation. But you guys might not have all that, or you might have more than that or whatever. But you can find a lot of meals, Now this is a little bit dry. So I'm gonna definitely add a little bit of sauce to this because I don't like it dry. We're gonna put the ragout in it too, and the mozzarella. So it's gonna make it nice and moist too, but I definitely want a little bit more sauce. So that's what we're gonna do. And husband agrees. I like it juicy. But the chopped meat is nice and juicy, and it's nice and flavorful. So that's good. Now guys, I don't have any cans of tomatoes, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this in there. It's from Aldi. This is really, really good. It has a little sweetness to it, and he doesn't like it, but I'm not showing him that I'm putting it in there. I'm gonna put it in there. La-dee-dee-doo. Oh shoot, can't get it open. That's not good. Now we put some.
What did you say about Julie before?
Oh, 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, guys. So he came out. So I didn't want to. I ran over to the sink, and he didn't know I was on video. So, but I put water in it, get more juice out of it, and it's very good. I'm telling you, this is really, really good sauce. But it does have a little bit of sweetness, and he's not crazy about that, but he won't even know. It's all gonna mesh together. I have this grated cheese here that I want to use up. It's the home style Parmesan, so I'm gonna put that in here. Guys, these are spaghetti bakes are so good. Pasta bakes are so good to make. They use up your stuff, you know. This is good for like a big crowd too. You could even make this. Sorry guys. You could even make this for like a party. Just purposely, make it purposely. Like don't worry about maybe if you have it. This is cheap to make for a party. I mean, look how many people this will feed. It's probably feed 10, 12 people. Very, very, very economical, guys. Very, very good budget meal. Anything with pasta is really going to be very budget friendly. And that's the problem, like when you have like a chronic illness like diabetes. Let's face it, guys, nobody, you don't have millions and millions of dollars. And sometimes you just don't have the money to buy a piece of chicken or to buy that steak or to buy a pork chop. And you have to eat. So you have to, adjust to what you have. And there were times, even years ago or whatever, when we didn't have a lot of money or whatever, finances, this and that, and people struggle, and we struggling. We had to eat pasta. And you know what, guys? I ate it, and I had to, because if that was all we had, that's what we were going to eat. So it's very hard in that way, too, because the things that really aren't good for you, as far as if you have diabetes or, whatever, any other chronic illness, you have to, like gluten-free and all that, you can't deviate a lot of the times, and if you do, it's not good. So, but you got to do what you got to do. So sometimes, it just has to be done, and that's all you can do. Okay, so let's get the mozzarella. Gotta move these things over here. All right. Like I said, I'm a mess right now. I have, you know why? I got too much crap over here. I got the provolone. And I don't know if I'm going to use all the provolone, and that's only because I like to save some for the rest of the week for some sandwiches or whatever. But I'll see how much I have. I mean, it needs cheese, so I might just have to do that. And bite the bullet. Alright, guys. Now I have my cutting board over there. Let me get the cutting board. I'm going to move this over here. As soon as I get this in the oven, I'm going to start on the stir fry. I cut these carrots up before in little strips because I was going to have some carrots with ranch dressing. And the carrots, they're good. They're still good, but they're very kind of flimsy. They're not really crunchy. So I'm going to cut them up. I saved them instead of eating them with dip, with, a snack, whatever. I'm going to just cut them up and put them in the stir fry because they'll do better with that. So that's what I'm going to do with those. So utilize those. Let's open these little cheeses. I send these with Jenny for snacks sometimes. So I'm not gonna go crazy with cutting them in really small pieces. I'm just gonna kind of quarter them because I don't have the patience. So I'm just gonna throw those in. Whatever cheese it is. Like I said, I had the ragout too, which is gonna really add a nice flavor and creaminess to this. Even if you have cream cheese, I think I do have some cream cheese in there, but I don't know. Ow! I just cut myself. I don't know how good it is, and I really don't feel like looking at it right now. Okay, so guys, it's weird because sometimes even when you struggle, financially or whatever, it feels good to use up the stuff, even when you don't struggle. It feels good just to use what you have. I'm it's almost like it's something that hangs over your head. I feel so stressed about things that are in my fridge and my freezer that I'm not utilizing and that I could be utilizing. And it just gives me a little stress. So when I use stuff, when I see my refrigerator a little empty or my cabinet's a little empty, it's oh my God, that feels good because you're utilizing what you spent money on. And it's really important, especially when you're, whatever. It's very, very important. So, yeah, so it makes me feel good, guys. So just, once a week, make a budget meal. Go if you don't need, even if you don't need to. Even if you can afford lobster or shrimp or chicken or whatever it is. Shrimp is reasonable today. Forget I said shrimp. Shrimp is very reasonable. Even if you can't afford steak or if you can afford steak, pork chops, and all that stuff. Whatever, guys. Still, make budget meals. Why not save money? They're delicious and they save money. So that's what you gotta look at. All right, so let's put some provolone. I'm gonna take, it's not gonna go for the whole thing, obviously, so I'm just gonna take this many pieces, and the rest I'll use for sandwiches, grilled cheese or whatever. Put in my salads, which I don't have any salads, so I have to get to the store and get salad. So yeah, so just cut these up like this. I'm gonna cut them in little pieces. I'm using a steak knife right now because that's what I had. Just chop them small like that. Guys, if you have sliced mozzarella, if you have sliced, American cheese. If that, I had 2 blocks of cheddar cheese in there, and I was very seriously contemplating putting them in here, and I would have. I was considering what I was going to do with them, but when I saw I had this stuff, I'm like, let me get rid of this stuff, and then that cheese tomorrow, maybe I can make a macaroni and cheese with it, or something like that, or save it for quesadillas, which I don't have sour cream, and I need that. So so I have to see what I have to accompany what I have to make it a meal, or to make it a lunch, or to make it a snack, or whatever I needed to make it for. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right. So this is gonna go in. See, guys, look at that. That's a nice amount of cheese. And you know what? Who doesn't like provolone? Who doesn't like Munster? Who doesn't like this? You know what? Like it. That's all I have to say. Like yesterday, I made we had hamburgers again last night because I had all those frozen burgers in there, and I was out of American cheese. We used all of it for the party, the barbecue the other day. And I just didn't have any for the burgers, so I had cheddar, or I had 2 packages of provolone. I used 1 package on the burgers, used that, and had a couple slices left that we munched on. So good, the provolone. And so I had another package of provolone left. But anyway, for the burgers, I put provolone on it. And I think a couple of us don't like provolone, but I'm like, you know what? They like cheese. They want cheese on their burgers. I put it all on, and nobody complained. Everybody ate it, and that's it. Sometimes you just got to do it. You know, you got to stop worrying about what everybody, you know, I mean, if they don't really majorly like something, like my son, he doesn't like certain things, you know, everybody has things that they don't like. Then I won't put it in, like mushrooms. I have mushrooms in the freezer. I could throw into the stir fry, but I won't because he doesn't like them. So stuff like that. But other minor stuff, guys, that they can't even really taste the difference, or, I mean, and what was the worst that could happen? If they bit into it and they said, oh, I don't like provolone, we'll take it off. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I didn't even bother saying, do you want provolone on your burger? I just put it on because I felt like, you know what? It's better to do that. Better. Guys, this looks so nice. And I didn't even put the ragout in yet, guys. I'm going to put the ragout in now. Next June. Very good. I don't know why they put these little things on here. Guys, what a crappy day. If you see on my empties video I did, I went outside today, not even expecting it to rain or anything. It was warm, and I just was sitting out there, and all of a sudden the dark clouds came in, and it started thundering. You see on my video, we had a thunderstorm like you wouldn't believe. Thunder that made you jump. Like it was so bad. Now it rained for a while, like downpours up here in upstate New York. Now it's just kind of not doing anything. Oh my God, the dogs are outside and it's wet. Give me a second. All right, guys, so I mixed it all up. Now I don't have any mozzarella for the top, which I would normally put on like a ziti, a baked ziti, you know, lasagna, whatever, but I don't have that. So that's fine. So I'm going to use grated cheese. I don't have that much grated cheese left, but it is what it is, and it's going to make a nice topping for the pasta bake. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put the parsley in the mixture itself. I'm going to put parsley on it when it comes out. So this way everybody can have a little fresh parsley. Guys, fresh parsley will make it really, really good. But if I didn't have fresh parsley, guess what? Guess what? This is what I have. So I'll put this on too. I'm going to put this in the oven. All right, guys, so I started the stir fry. I cut up onions and the carrots. I'm going to put them in the pan. Then I'm going to cut up some fresh garlic to put in there. I already have the pan heating up just for a couple of seconds here. It's not going to sizzle because it's not heating up for a very long time. Here we go. I'm going to cut up some fresh garlic. I'm not going to put the minced in there because I want the fresh garlic to, you know, I don't want it to burn, the garlic. So this is the story with this garlic now. I buy the ones that are peeled and already, like, you know, all peeled and stuff. The whole garlic, and I keep it in a container once I open the bag or something. Sometimes I will keep it in the bag that it comes in. Sometimes it comes in little bags with like 3 cloves in it, or sometimes it comes, if you buy the bigger bag, it comes like this. If you buy the smaller bag, which is less money, of course, they put them in Ziploc little baggies, like 3 in each bag. So when they do that, I open them all up because it aggravates me to have to go in there and open up the thing, and I put them in like a little container. And I mean, I use garlic a lot, I really do, but sometimes it gets a little slimy if you leave it in here too long. So I gotta always remember to use it rather than the mince. So let's get some of this garlic, because you know some things I put minced garlic in, and some things I just feel like You can't put the minced garlic if it's going to be cooking for a little while. You don't want the minced garlic to become hard and bitter and just, you know, it's small, it's minced obviously, so it's gonna, you know, it could burn very easily. Whereas these, you control the size of them. I can make them a little bit bigger, so they don't necessarily burn, you know. I'm not gonna put the garlic in yet because I have an onion over here. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for everything to start getting sauteed. I'm going to get, as soon as that starts cooking up a little bit and they get a little bit soft, I'm going to throw in the other vegetables, because the carrots over there are going to take a little bit longer to cook. I should have blanched them first to save time and probably made them a little bit smaller, but it is what it is. So, yeah, so that's what I'll do. Okay, so what I want to do, guys, is, let me see. I want to take this chicken out of the thing, and I want to cut it up smaller because it's in pretty big pieces. They're like strips. Using my favorite pan, guys, today. So excited. I always get excited when I use my new pans. Love it, love it, love it. Alright, so let's get, these are partially frozen because I didn't take them out earlier because I didn't know what I was thinking. Last minute Linda, that's me. So I'm just gonna cut these like in pieces. They're pretty easy to cut since they're small. So the bigger ones I'll cut into threes. Like I said, this is really good chicken, guys. It's really good. Put it in salads, my daughter and I made, she usually makes buffalo wraps, but she made a buffalo salad the other day. She, you know, so cooks them in the pan, and then she pours buffalo sauce on it. Oh, it was so good. I did some too. I made like a little buffalo salad, chicken salad, but I didn't put a lot of buffalo. I only like a little. She likes a lot. Like, she really loads it up with buffalo sauce. Not me. I like spicy, don't get me wrong, but that's a little too much for me. So let's get all this chicken in here, and then I'll open up the other bag. Put that in. All right, guys, I have all the broccoli, all the veggies and everything in there. I left these out. I just found them under the towel here. I missed. This one's garbage. So I'm just going to cut it up and put it in, throw it into the pan so I don't waste them. Otherwise, I'll eat them, which is not a bad thing either, but I'd rather just throw them into the pan. So I'm going to let that saute on high for like 5-10 minutes. So everything gets basically done. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my best to push all the vegetables, guys, over to one side to let the chicken sear up a little bit. Okay? So let me put this in the oven, and then I'll show you guys what I got going on over there. All right, guys, so here it is. I moved the vegetables over, put a little bit of teriyaki sauce on that. And I seasoned this too, guys, with salt and pepper, garlic powder. No onion powder, because again, I don't have it. But the chicken is going to be, I'm going to incorporate everything now and pour some teriyaki. A little teriyaki I have right there. I have some Worcestershire and some hoisin sauce I'm going to put in. Just a little bit, guys, to give it some flavor. All right, guys, I added a little bit of water to the pot with some, I just did hoisin and some, hoisin, I don't know if you know, guys, is a Chinese barbecue sauce. It has a very good flavor. You don't need a lot. So I put a little bit of that in. I put the rest of the teriyaki and put some water in the jar because there wasn't that much there. And I put a little bit of Worcestershire just for a little flavor. I made a little bit of a slurry, a flour slurry right here, just to put into the, not going to put this whole thing in. I made too much. But I just got it all over my shirt. Why aren't I wearing my Linda? What is it called? Why aren't I wearing my my apron. Okay, I just put half of that in, guys. All right, guys, okay, this is done here. Well, I'm gonna let it simmer a couple more minutes, then I'm gonna cover it and just let it sit. My son wanted rice, and I usually make rice with stir fries, so I made some white rice, which I'm not gonna have, guys. I'm not even gonna have a little bit because I'm really trying to be a good girl. So, yeah, so that's that. And this is the pasta. It's got 10 more minutes. And we'll take it out, and we're gonna eat, guys. All right, guys, so here's my dish. My stir fry's in there. Yes, guys, that looks like rice, but it is. It's not. It's cauliflower rice, guys. So I'm having cauliflower rice. I didn't put it in the pan this time. I just took it right out of the microwave, so I seasoned it up good because, like I told you, it needs a lot of flavor. All right, guys, so there it is. Here's the pasta bake. Looks good, guys. I didn't taste it, but later I'll probably take just a little bite. It's really good. Bill says it's good. Awesome. All right, guys. So listen, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. And don't forget to hit that like and share button and this notification button when you, and with the bell so you guys can be notified every time I upload, guys. Thanks for your support. I appreciate you guys so much. See you on the next video. Don't forget about the collabs. The first one's the 11th. Bye.